Here we have a fan. The fan looks like this. It is 40 centimeters in diameter. It is made by Equation. It consumes around 45 watts of power. It is powered by 220 volts AC. It can rotate 85 degrees to the left and right, in total 85 degrees on the vertical axis this way. It has a timer function, so it should automatically turn off itself after a while. Since it's mounted on the wall, it also has a remote control because you might not be able to reach it easily. It has physical buttons there on the front, just in case you can reach the fan. 2 years warranty. I already opened the box. The same thing on this side. Here we have the dimensions. 43 centimeters is the width. 40 centimeters is the outer case, I think. The depth is 30 centimeters. And the total height from the base till the top is 52. Flow rate 70 cubic meters per minute. Noise level 52 decibels. It has 3 speeds: normal, nature and night. Night is the first, the lowest speed, I guess. It's IPX0 rated. IP, that is ingress protection, and level 0, that is totally not waterproof, and X means it is not dust proof either. The exterior, that mesh, is metal. The blades are plastic. And let's see what's inside this box. That is the blade itself, the propeller. It's plastic. It has a small angle. It has a large size. The next one, now this is heavier. You have 2 pieces of metal protection. This is soldered, welded somehow. It has a portion here from where you might attach it to something. We have a user manual in that many languages. In the nylon we have a plastic cap, which looks like that. Screws for mounting it. The green plastic goes into the wall. Another screw. Now from where is that? And a nut. And we have the base and the motor. And this is even heavier. Here's the remote control. Now this is the motor and the base. They look like this. 220 volts AC. The length of the cord is around 1.5 meters. We have a cable here. Metal. Loosen and tighten. I cannot move it. Now I can move it. So don't loosen it too much. It's moving that way. Metal. It has a flat side. It's spinning freely. Now let's take a look at this. TX1601WR, 45 watts, France, made in China. It's rounded there. I should attach it onto the wall from that one. It's held by a metal piece. The rest is plastic. Buttons. There is the remote control's little receiver, that black one. Low, medium, high, NOR, NAT, SLE, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, speed on, oscillation, and off. Will it stay this way? No, it will not. Can I rotate it? Better not. Can I lift it up? It's not moving. Now let's plug it in. It made two beep sounds. I don't see any lights here. Speed on. And it's spinning. I can stop it with my hand. Don't try it there on that rough side. Better put that protection on. It is pretty silent. Off. It makes a beep sound and it turns off. It starts on the low speed. Speed and on. So the on button changes the speed also. I barely hear any difference. Now it's a little bit more noisier. The timer, I guess it's usable from the remote control. Oscillation, now will it rotate here around my hand? Yes, it goes that way, and it comes back this way, and it goes back. Ooh, it has strength, it's not weak at all. Okay, if I increase the speed, will that increase the rotation also? Rotation speed? And I guess it's a yes. It is rotating somewhat faster. Off. Now, is it usable if the device is off? It looks like this. No batteries. These are small AAA batteries. Flat side to the spring and the other flat side to the spring. On. Will that do something? Yes, although it's off here, it turns on from the remote control. Off was pressed. On. It's working even backwards. So currently the remote control's batteries are new and good. Oscillation is stopped. Mode NAT SLE NOR timer half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 maybe, and 2.5, 3.5. Oh, we have 4 hours also. So 4 plus all of them. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, 7.5. And that's what's mentioned on the box. Okay, so now the timer is off. The on button is varying the speed. Now it's the medium speed. Now it's the high speed. Low, medium, high. Oscillation. Come back to center and stop there. Mode SLE. It works great from the remote control. It's not warm at all. Now let's analyze this portion, which looks like that. It has a nut here. We can remove that. The nut will fall out. It's here. You can remove that also. Okay, and now you can pull it out. It looks like that. And this portion can be removed. It has some teeth. And that portion also has some teeth. So that little thing entered there, or it can enter there, and thus it cannot move. If it's in this position, then notice it will move a small amount from this to that, from here till there, only that much. If you put it that way, then it will rotate only a small amount, and if you put it that way, then it will rotate much more. So let's leave it in the first on the left side. Insert it there into that channel, that one. That's one. And that's the second movement. If it's loose, then it can come out as it's visible. But don't remove it. Leave it there. Insert that. Put in the nut. Hold the nut from below and tighten this. Here on the motor we have this component that should be removed to the left, because that has to be removed to the right. So this is a reverse thread. This is a normal thread. Remove that. So you have these two elements. Now get the mesh which has this center element, the other one does not have it, and the small little hole has to be on the bottom. Insert it there, and these little things have to enter like so. So the lower one is in this one and the other two are between. Now let's secure this one because it's moving with that little thing which has 4 elements there at the corner. Rotate it normally to the right. Now it's not falling off. Now get the fan itself. Here's the flat side that also has a flat side. So insert it there. There is the flat side. Lock the propeller also using this. Now this is a reverse thread. You have to rotate it to the left. And it is tightened. It must rotate to the opposite direction, that is to the left, because the fan will rotate to the right, and thus it is tightening it. So as the fan turns, this automatically tightens itself. Okay, and now the mesh is secured by the lower one, the blade is secured by this top one. And now put the other mesh. Now search for the tiny hole that should be on the bottom, that one, here. And on the top it has a hook, and that little thing that should go below that portion, and the rest of them must be opened. So just pull it out, and notice the lower portion is going to grab. So pull out the next one also, open them, that is fixed. This has just one shaft, so it can be opened and opened. Okay, so the little hole down, insert the top first. I can even insert that screw so that it will remain in a fixed position and not move. It's already moving. Put the tiny nut on. Now push on the side elements. Let's say this. The next one on the right side. It's also deforming it. This one. And that one. And it is fixed. So the hook is holding it on the top. We have two there, and the screw down there. And it's kind of ready. Let's play with the remote control. On. And yes, the curtain is moving. It's on high speed. That's the low speed. Medium. And high. And oscillation. It's tilting to the left slowly because it's the first speed, and it's tilting to the right almost 45 degrees by itself. It's not shaking too much, it's not noisy either. I can see it's vibrating a little bit. It's not too perfect, but it's working. And it stopped. But why? And it started again. And it stopped. It's on SLE mode. So on SLE it's starting and stopping. Normal. That's continuous, I guess. NAT. Will this stop later? It stopped. It's keeping longer pauses. It started again. So those are keeping pauses. Okay, so finally it was mounted. Power is received from there. It goes up there. It is somewhat usable because of that bar. You can press the buttons. Okay, it is not in contact with the ceiling. I can open that also. There's a little bit of gap. You can use the buttons and you can use the remote control. And it's oscillating also. Making those little holes was not that easy. There is gap behind these tiles. The plastic portion was small, I had to use a different one. The screw must be longer because of the gap behind the tiles. I had to use special drill bits because it's ceramic and it's harder. I had to push the plastic much more inside because it was short, and now it's okay. And it's moving. It generates enough air movement. By the way, the lower portion is not held by anything, only those screws up there are holding it, so it is moving.